What were you angry about, Noah?
I don't even know.
You get the strange coin. Maybe the other thing that's going on right now is I'm also ranking up my faction ranking.
Oh, there it is.
So I'm pretty close to hitting rank 3 with New Monarchy. So sometimes.
Those fallen
Thank
from
you.
your starsync on Venus. Story is they
Archon
raided the prison of
Priest.
elders in grief.
I can do this one.
Archon Priest.
But what was I gonna say?
Bounty is high, so we know it's powerful. We
My
need
train of
to
thought
slow
got
down
derailed. Does anybody remember what I was talking about?
soul.
Weemoon? You got her.
You were saying something about New Monarchy.
Oh
Though.
yeah, that's right. I'm ranking up my faction. I'm about to hit rank 3 on New Monarchy, so I'll switch over to Dead Orbit after that, and then I think I'm just gonna leave it alone.
You should really just stick with the one, like, just do Vanguard, because all of them you get the first thing in the mail at level 3. And then when you do a Nightfall, you get 500 points, and then when you do the 28 weekly strike, you get another 500 points. So might as well just invest it all in the same thing.
Now, when you reach rank 3, do you need the same amount of rank to level up every time, or do you need more every time?
I'm actually not sure, to be honest. I've only ever hit rank 3. But I've never actually looked at the EXP needed after that, so... Maybe someone who's looked can answer that question for you.
What happened? Oh, you hit me with your...
Yeah, I'm just moving ahead.
That sucks how many people missed the Iron Banner because of the PlayStation Network being down.
It wasn't really worth it though.
Yeah, they didn't balance it
Actually-
properly.
I have the rank 3 shader. It does look pretty cool though.
And the bounties they asked you to get in that were ridiculous. Especially for the weapons that you got, which weren't any better than what you already had. Or was already available from the other factions. People...
Now, some of the bounties were okay, but
Yeah, but there were
having like
some...
50 points for 50 headshots, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Maybe like 75 or something. I actually thought that getting 10 kill streak would be the hardest thing for me. I actually got that the first run through one of my Iron Banner matches.
Yeah. See, the other thing that people were unhappy about with Iron Banner is that the way the developers made it sound, because it didn't communicate this properly,
Yeah.
was that it was like going to be completely based off of your level and gear. But really, all they did was they just toned it down slightly.
It seems like that was a glitch, because it seemed like across the board I was doing the same damage to everybody.
Well, yeah, well, they only allowed that in to a small extent, not by much. So really, Iron Banner was just like Clash, and well, actually, that was all the Iron Banner matches were just Control. So it was just Control. That's all it really was.
If the fallen are already fighting off
Right.
I kind of felt like my shotguns were doing more damage, but other than that, it didn't really feel like there was any difference.
That nerf to auto rifles, I can't even use Epilogue in Crucible anymore. It does so little damage now.
Man, I don't know how anybody did that, because I always had a hard time with auto rifles to begin with, but you know what? At least that should give me a fair shot, because I remember getting killed by them all the time. That and...
Well, there's a few auto rifles that are really good in Crucible, like if you use the Gallahan, the silvered Hushwind. There's also Surrender A. They have like really good impact ratings and I think like 30 round clips, so they are pretty good for Crucible.
I have the Surrender A.
Yeah, I use that one. It's my favorite rare weapon to use in Crucible. And also I like pistols that have the, it doesn't take a full hit of the rank trigger to fire, so it's like rapid fire kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I was never good. You need to make critical hits with those, and I'm not really great with that in Crucible. Players just move way too fast for me.
That's why I like the Hawk Moon. It only really takes 2 shots to kill someone in Crucible with that, as long as you get precision shots.
Oh, but I can't do that.
It's locked down tight. Just give me some time.
The Fatebringer is pretty good. The rate of fire is okay. I want to get the last word or whatever.
Yes,
called.
that one I want to get too. That essentially acts like a fully automatic revolver.
The one you can shoot like a cowboy?
Yeah, like a cowboy.
That's what everybody says. That's what everybody says, so. I've yet to see one, though.
I've seen one, and I've had it used against me as well. Although, fortunately, the person
And there's
who...
Didn't I
also
use it-
another one
Didn't
called,
I
like,
use it against you before?
the Devil something? I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Devil with
Guardian down.
The Devil You Know. That one's not a rare... That one's not
Yeah.
an exotic. That's just a... you can buy that from one of the vendors. I thought, anyways.
So that one's got, like, the rapid fire 2 thing as well, right?
No, I don't think it does.
Hmm.
That would be fan fire. And that one's exclusive to, Last Word.
Guardian down.
whoa.
The only weapon I really want to get now is the universal remote.
Same
And
here.
also the multi-tool.
Multi-tool. What one's that?
Yeah, the Mita multi-tool. It's a scout rifle that you can get from the raid. Supposedly you can get it from anywhere, but I've only seen it dropped in the raid. It's got a second radar on the side of the gun that points you to loot. At least it's supposed to.
That's cool.
I want it now.
Ah,
It's not a bad scout rifle either. And I gotta remember to skip this thing once I beat it, because I'm gonna go into that damn cutscene for 9,000 hours.
ah. Back in the old school
No, I hate
days
that
of the PlayStation 2, the dreaded unskippable cutscene.
I mean, I don't mind watching a cutscene once, but playing the story through like 4 times and watching the same freaking cutscenes over and over again is annoying.
Man, there are a couple games like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I just button mashed my way through the story on that game. And what else? A game which I thought had plenty of potential, but I could tell was kind of wasted was Front Mission Evolved. They had the controls.
Never heard of that one.
I'm not surprised. Didn't get a lot of promotion. It wasn't meant to be a big game. Classic Japanese mecha robots. You could customize them. It was based on a what is it? All the other games previously.
Wait, what did you say the name was again?
Front Mission Evolved.
There
The
is
Front Mission
Oh, okay,
series.
never
The Front Mission series have been around since the SNES days as like a strategy game, and it got really good when it hit the PlayStation 1. They actually had their first North American release with customizable robots, right? Customizable mechs, mecha, whatever you want to call them. I call them mechs. But yeah, Front Mission Evolved. They absolutely nailed the controls perfectly to get those mechs working. And I mean, and they were like moving versions of what you saw in the strategy games, which is awesome. But there are a whole bunch of really bad things about it. The game was clearly done on a budget, which I don't mind. I mean, you're talking about slab-sided robots. They got the controls down, which was the main point. So the campaign was fine, except when you got to a boss. Bosses would just last forever, and there weren't very many of them. There was only one gigantic robotic boss. It was like, that one's really awesome, There's only one. Oh, that was sad. The cutscenes were terrible in that game. They had third-person action parts, which, you know, I thought were done competently for the amount of money that they put into them. Not that they were that great or anything, but you know, they were balanced enough. And the online was apparently unbalanced. The story was done by somebody from Square Enix in Japan, so of course it was complete gibberish.
One series I wish they would do a lot better on is Armored Core, because I like that game during like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 days.
That game does not even need a story. I'll tell you why. I remember playing MechWarrior 2 when I was a kid, and what they did with that, I know people are gonna hate this. People don't like reading, but that's how they did it in that game. I mean, if you wanted to know the story, there were points in the game where it gave you like, what is it? A mission log, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that worked great, and I think that would have worked great for the Armored Core series. But the story that they try and put in is to make everything ridiculously complicated, and I'm just thinking, I just want to shoot freaking robots! I want to hear you talk about this ridiculously complicated stuff. It's just a war!
A cell from the prison of elders. The Archon priest is still inside.
I did like the customized options for Armored Core. There was just so many that you could use.
They just need to make that game a lot more user-friendly. That's been one of the big complaints about those games. They're definitely not simple. And
No, not at all.
And the controls, they've never managed to nail the controls right. Even in the latest one was a lot better, Armored Core 5, but it still didn't nail it very well.
It's funny how Armored Core 5 is like the 16th one in the series. So.
Yeah. Armored Core Verdict Day. The online is really complicated as well. Apparently people have a really hard time with it. I remember one of the Armored Core games was completely focused on head-to-head fighting, which I thought was an awesome idea.
I remember Gundam being a game for PlayStation 2. It was just so bad, though.
Yeah, see, they make so many of those Gundam games. Oh, you would not know how many Gundam... Oh, there's like, I don't know. Even today, they still make a bunch of them. They just get released in Japan, though. Yeah, From Software, the guys who make Armored Core, make one of the Gundam series. One of them is a head-to-head fighting game that takes place in space. And it's got auto-lock. The same kind of auto-lock you'd get in, what is it, Demon Souls and Dark Souls, because they make that game as well.
See, I like Gundam the series, but there's only a few Gundam series that I like. I like 00 the best, though. That's probably like the best storyline, best characters.
I got disinterested from anime a long time ago. I used to be into it, but yeah, I lost interest in it. I tried Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I started
and
with One Piece and Bleach. And Dragon Ball Z as well.
You sure this is a good
yeah,
idea?
in Dragon Ball Z, I have to, what is it? They were dubbing the series for a long time, and they were actually doing a lot of editing as well. And they got some good when they were first doing it, they had some good voice actors, and they had some good editing as well. Because some of the things they would do, they would edit. They would actually edit the running time of episodes and cut down the number of episodes that there were, which is great for North American audiences because we don't need to see stuff like panning across a panorama of a mountain taking 2 minutes or something like that. But they ended up getting a different company to do all that because I guess it was running out of money in North America. And the changed version was a lot worse. I think they also upgraded the quality of the, what is it, I think the original company also upgraded the quality of the video as well. And when they went over to a new company, the new voices were not as good. They didn't edit it as much. The translation wasn't as good. That got me really disinterested. And not only that, but I think the first season of Dragon Ball showed a lot of awesome character development. They did different things. When they went over to Freeze, it was just like, how many times am I going to have to hear Freeze and Goku talking about how they're powering up to kill each other? Oh, man.
I think the one thing that got me off of animes was that, like, all the mainstream ones had so many fillers, it's not even funny.
That's so many what?
So many filler episodes.
Oh.
So they, like, were way off the main story.
Oh, the reason why is because the Japanese love that. Hey, what's going on, Prime Skew?
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm just doing a whole bunch of strikes trying to get myself a strange coin here. Because I only need one more strange coin to get my hands on truth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the thing that you're talking about right there with anime, Loyal, the Japanese love side stories that go off the beaten path, but North Americans hate that stuff because they want to see something that's relevant to the story. Prime Skew, can you, is there a way that you can maybe mute your mic or do something to cut down on the background noise? Because I'm hearing a conversation back there.
Yeah.
I do a lot of recording, so I have to be vigilant about background noise. Like, for instance, something else that's pretty North American, which is the way we treat, police procedurals. Take, for instance, I saw they tried to do a reboot of Dragnet, and Dragnet was, like, very realistic compared to what cops do. And the cool thing about that TV show, which is the thing that North Americans would also really hate, is the fact that the cops in that show have to chase down every lead, even if they don't think it's going to go anywhere. So they end up chasing down leads and finding out it doesn't go anywhere. And as far as like TV shows go, North Americans don't want to see that because it's just like that didn't help the story at all. We don't want to see that. So.
Hey man, I gotta go.
Who needs to go? Noah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
We'll just like finish this.
Alright, not a problem, brother.
I'll join.
Alright. Just make sure you keep your background noise down an absolute minimum there.
Two of my armor pieces require the same map, and then the other two require the exact same map. God, I hate this so much. I'd rather have the armor pieces require different maps.
I just killed him, we're about to.
Gotcha.
Or about to. Is there still that background noise?
Nope, it's gone.
Cool, thanks.
It was better off when it was adulted. I'll contact the man.
What was the exotic shotgun?
Our con priest is dead.
Are you thinking of Invective or the Universal Remote?
Good. But if the fallen found the prison,
Peace, man. I'm just gonna get the reward and go.
Okay. No
today,
problem.
we celebrate.
Okay, I can't even remember where the guy's at.
Oh, Zur, the Agent of Nine?
Hmm. Yeah, we're by the ship, right?
Yeah, he is. As soon as you get down that stairway there, he's on the right. Oh, I can do this without dying. Come on, give me lots of stuff.
Do I want to buy the red one or not?
Cracker Jack Beta.
Alright, have a good one there, Noah.
Oh, let's see what's upgraded.